I wanted to at least mention or acknowledge my Halloween costume. For some reason, LED masks are just not a thing in Los Angeles. I didn't see a single other person wearing even one of the default LED masks. And I've been doing these for, I think this is my 3rd year now. So I don't know how I'm continuing to get away with this. I did the thing where I waited until the last second and decided I wanted to do a costume, and then did something that I thought was kind of clever and got a great reaction and felt guilty because so many other people worked so hard on their costumes. So I got lucky this year. I decided to be Loab. And if you don't remember Loab, when we were talking about AI image generators, we were talking about how there are some weird quirks with the way that these AI image generators function. So let me see if I can share my screen, and I'll talk a little bit about Loab. So I attended a talk. I think it was called like "How I Learned to Live with Loab" or something like that. It was very silly. But Loab is a fictional character, and some might argue a cryptid that was something that was continuously generated in kind of like they were saying like a void space of like this AI model's programming. So the kind of legend here is that this is a character that is spontaneously created by some types of AI models and is very persistent. Like even if you try to steer the AI model away from it, it'll continuously create this weird lady that's kind of like got like red sunken in cheeks and is very spooky. So this was, scary enough that a lot of people passed it around, and it got the nickname as like the spooky AI demon that like appears in various AI generated images. Do I believe it's a demon? No, but I do think it's funny, and it was a great talk. So I wanted to make a highly niche costume that was based on Loab. So I downloaded a bunch of Loab photos, all AI generated, and I started walking around, changing between them and kind of gauging people's reactions. So that went pretty well until, and it was getting a mixed response. There wasn't really a ton of people who were like strongly reacting to it until I settled on this one. So this is actually an AI generated face that I made based on Loab that is just like smiling very creepily. And like the instructions to the AI were to make it like very unsettling, very like uncanny valley, I think was the exact wording of the prompt. So I walked around with this and a Grim Reaper costume, like kind of in the middle. And it really made drunk people freak out. A lot of people shouted, screamed, or otherwise demanded to get a picture. And again, I felt guilty because like this is like, for one, an AI generated image. I think that they were associating it with Smile 2, which just came out. And admittedly, this is a very creepy smile. So I think that might have been the reason why I got such a reaction to it. But pretty impressed by the reaction. Like a lot of people really liked it. And again, like did you guys see anybody wearing these masks? Like it seems like they are just not a thing in Los Angeles. Last year, I also got one that had the additional feature where you could actually do animation. So you could play like a GIF on it and actually have like a moving or talking face. This one doesn't support that, but it does support a high-pitched whine that's always going off when it's on. So that's fun. But yeah, this was one of my favorite costumes I've done, if only for the reactions it got. I think that my original LED costume was right after Queen Elizabeth died, and it had the Queen's face on it making a speech and the same Grim Reaper costume, and that got a lot of groans, which was my goal. This one just frightened people.